Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, CV, with another reaction video. This one is called 12 Things America Should Learn from Australia. All right, let's just get into it. Let's get this to 100 likes if we can. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be going over 12
Tristan, what's up,
things
brother?
that America could learn from Australia. Pardon me if it is a little bit loud. I am filming this in a public park, but that is actually my first thing that I think America could learn from Australia is how to build a park. This goes way beyond just how to build a park, but really how to build any nice public facility. If you look at the park in right now, I mean, I can show you, there's this huge playscape just right over there. I'll show a picture of
You will never see this in America. Are you kidding me? First of all, this in America would be, you would have to pay to get in. Everything costs money. And the funny thing is, I've seen parks in Japan where you can do a full workout. I'm talking about 60-year-old men just working out, and you wonder why they still fit and why those guys are in shape and still working? Because they just go to the park and they can work out. You're not going to see this in America. I'm sorry.
it up, but that is what a typical playscape in Australia looks like. I'll throw some more pictures up just so you can see what a playscape
right outside
in
the
Australia
building.
looks like. But this, this picture right here is what a playscape in America looks like. Playscapes here are so much bigger. The kids have it way better. But beyond playscapes, this goes to skate parks, for example. Skate parks here are in every city. They're awesome, they're huge, they're nice. Not the same in America. You know, a city might have one or two nice ones, but in Australia there are way more, and overall they're much nicer. There are so many.
We don't have any skate park in my town, not one. And there's skateboarders all over the place. They use the basketball court to skate. There's none in my town. And as a matter of fact, the messed up thing about it is that I've gone to 3 different parks. These are parks that I used to play basketball in. I went there, no net on the hoop. And I went out of my way and I purchased 3 nets and I put them at those parks before. I went back, no net. The city should be doing that. It doesn't cost that much money. It cost me a couple of bucks on Amazon, and they don't even do that anymore. They don't want kids to go outside, man. They want kids to just stay in the house. They don't want to do anything for the city, which is, it's exercise and kids can, make friends. Nah, we ain't doing that in America. Stay in the house. Use all the electricity and internet usage, and we're okay. Kids in America just want internet and electricity. That's it.
Many examples of great public parks or public facilities in Australia. Pretty much every single city here in Australia, not like all, but most of them have these things called lagoons. They're not really like lagoons, they're just public pools.
I love that.
But check out how nice these things are. These are free pools open to the public. They're absolutely beautiful, and they're right in the city center. I'm currently in Airlie Beach. This is what Airlie Beach looks like. Brisbane also has a nice one. The parks here are just so much nicer, and everything related to them is nicer. Oh, and there's free electric grills.
Listen, that's the type of stuff that makes you move to a country when you don't know too much information about it. Because I know where I live, in some places in this country that I've been to, you're not going to see that all the time. And go look at New York. Go look at Harlem. We're using fire hydrant in the summertime to keep the kids cool. Fire hydrant. I'm talking about the water that comes from the rain. The water comes from under the ground to put fire out. You go to New York, that's what these kids are using to stay cool in the summer times when it gets too hot. Oh, man.
Right over there, there's 2 perfectly clean electric grills, and and free bathrooms. God, I need to this could have been 5 points all on its own, but anyways.
Did this guy just say bathroom? Sorry if I'm pausing. This video, right, this is only 1 minute in. I'm sorry. Listen, did he just say bathroom? Do you know who's going to take over the bathroom? Homeless people. Just saying.
Point number 1, parks in Australia are so much nicer, and the US could learn how to build parks like Australia. The second thing that America could learn from Australia is how to make a thing of coffee. The coffee here is so nice, it's so fancy, it's so well done. Just like a basic cheap cup of coffee, they just put so much more attention to detail in it. I can't really talk
it's called love.
Because I don't drink coffee.
It's called love.
But literally, everyone who comes here, Americans, non-Americans, everyone who comes here just thinks Australia has the absolute best coffee in the world. Alright, now the third thing America can learn from Australia is traffic circles. Oh my god. Alright, they have traffic circles freaking everywhere here.
Sorry about that. I forgot to turn my light on. I love my light, so Here we go. Traffic circles. As a matter of fact, I don't know too much about traffic circles. I see it all over the place, like overseas, but not here in America. So I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my god. Alright, they have traffic circles freaking everywhere here.
What's the
You'll
benefit?
find them in neighborhoods, you'll find them in towns, you'll find them connecting big roads. Will it be traffic circles with like 2-3 lanes on them? They are so common, and they just speed up the flow of traffic so much. Like, there are so many like small stoplights that we have in America. That could be eliminated if we put a traffic circle there? Like, no joke.
That makes sense.
1/4 the amount of stop signs in Australia as there are in America because of the traffic circle, and also they just put a lot more like yield signs up instead of stop signs. So like if you don't have to totally stop, those put a yield sign there.
That makes sense because this is a road. Once I leave my house, there's a light, and then literally 20 yards another light, and then 50 yards another light. But what happens all the time is that when people get out of work and school, that street it's ridiculous.
Which is also kind of nice. All right, so the fourth thing I think America could learn from Australia is how
so
to
far so good
sell watermelon. What I mean by this is in America.
Bro, listen. You sold me with the park. I don't know if you're gonna sell me with watermelon, but let's hear it.
America, like if you're buying watermelon, it's probably gonna be like a full entire watermelon, or you can get like a little thing of like little like dice cubes of watermelon. The issue is like the little dice cubes are usually pretty expensive, and it's just like, you know, enough for like 1 or 2 people, and then the whole entire watermelon is like way too much for one person. And like honestly, I am from a family of 4, and 1 watermelon is too much for our family usually. Here in Australia, usually when you're at the grocery store, you're gonna see quarter melons, and they sell them by the quarter melon. This makes so much sense. It doesn't cost more. It probably saves a lot of melon. You just cut the melon, wrap it up in some saran wrap, and then
not too much.
Easy as that. The fifth one is a little bit weird, but that is, we could learn from Australia to not put so much water in our toilets. I don't know what it is about their toilets here, but I feel like they're just like way more advanced than our toilets. So in America, like for some reason, it's a really common thing. Like I was just used to like having water splash my butt from like pooping into it, and it like splashing up, and then when you're flushing the toilet, you know, it's like shoo shoo shoo, and you know, does like the whole like spinny thing and then sucks down. It's like one long flush with a bunch of water. Well, here in Australia, their toilets just have a little bit of water in them. Your butt doesn't get wet when you poop. There's no splashing going on.
Wait, that's the water line on the right for the toilets in Australia? Yeah, but what if it gets around like this area where there's no water? Doesn't it just stick? Oh, no, okay, so when you flush it, water comes down, washes. Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, if it works in Australia, so if it works in Australia, listen, that's a lot of water you can save here in America, man, because every 3 months when that water bill comes, whoo, boy. You know, sometimes I don't need to take showers. I'm joking, but yeah, but it could be expensive, man. I didn't know that.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Anyways, and then on top of that, they also have like buttons. They have a button for poo and a button for pee. Some American toilets do have this, but I think it's like a law here in Australia because
that is a good idea though.
Buttons to save some water. The sixth thing that America could learn from Australia is free/cheap sunscreen. You're probably laughing at me as I say this while I'm all burnt, but that's just because I was on a boat for the past 3 days. Here in Australia, you can get like a full giant 1 liter thing of sunscreen, like enough for an entire family for an entire summer for like, I think it's like $8. Like they're like super cheap. And beyond that, I usually don't pay at all for sunscreen because it's just free at most places. Like if you go to like a hotel, if you go to an office, a restaurant, like imagine like how hand sanitizer is free in America.
Yeah, but I mean in Australia though, because of that weather, you need it. Versus like me, I'm in Boston. It's like, you know, it's half of the year maybe, and I may go to the beach three times tops, if that. So,
A lot of places,
I mean, it's still cool.
Sunscreen laying out in different places like that.
I get it.
You can just get some, you know, put it on if you want. This is so nice and makes so much sense. I'm not completely sure on this, but I think the government subsidizes sunscreen a little bit. I think that's how they get it so cheap. Not positive, but anyways, it makes so much sense because the government also pays for the healthcare here. You're gonna have to be paying a lot more for skin cancer than you are gonna be paying for sunscreen. All right, now the 7th thing America could learn from Australia is work-life balance and how to party. Australians, man, they love to have fun. They love to get drunk. They party.
I need to hear this.
Just kind of the culture here and in Europe, they get a lot more paid time off for vacation. Typically, you get about 5 paid weeks off for vacation here. So that could be one of the reasons.
Did he say days? Wait. I misheard that.
Off for vacation. Typically, just kind of the culture here and in Europe, they get a lot more paid time off for vacation. Typically, you get about 5 paid weeks off for vacation.
This man said 5 weeks? What did we get here? 2 weeks and then 1 week sick? And then I found out in France, if you're pregnant, like the government will actually give you nanny to help you take care of the kid at the same time. And you can get like 30 days off work with pay to kind of, get back into things and focus and, especially if you have a tough pregnancy. No, not here, man. I mean, I'm all for that. I like that a lot. Wow.
Here, so that could be one of the reasons why they have a better work-life balance. But even when they're not on vacation, just on like a typical weekend, Australians like love to go out, they love to have fun. I don't know, I just feel like they do a little bit better job at partying than Americans do. All right, now
I will say, when I was working, man, I changed. I went from 5 days to 4-day weekend, so I would do my 40 hours in 4 days, right? So to me, that was good because I get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I loved it, man. I like when I started doing it and where the area where I worked, a lot of people started requesting it, so everybody started doing it. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather have 3-day weekend. It's a little bit tough, but you can do that extra couple hours, man. Get it out of the way, so that way you're not waking up Friday morning, and at least you get to enjoy it, So like if you wanted to make doctor visits, you would do it on a Friday. You know what I mean? Because Saturday and Sunday your doctor's office is closed. So every Friday you get a chance to do that. That's where you make all your appointments, your teeth, hair, nails, whatever. Do that on Friday, and then Saturday you party, and Sunday you kind of relax and get into mindset to get back to work on Monday. So yeah, I loved it.
8th thing that America could learn from Australia is how to do sushi. So yes, I know sushi is not like a typical Australian thing.
I'm not a fan of sushi. However, I've tried it.
They have kind of put a little spin on sushi that I think makes it so much better and makes it kind of like reach like a much larger audience or target market, I guess, if that makes sense. Let me explain. Here in Australia, they have done a couple things that make it just kind of like cool and easy to get. So one is they have a lot of like quick grab and go sushi restaurants here where they just like have sushi like out in a window. You walk by, you can point to which one you want, grab it, and you go. And it's not cut up like it is in America. The sushi comes in a roll like this, so you can get a couple rolls, grab them, and then it's kind of like almost eat them like a sandwich as you walk down the street.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I love this. They are great, healthy, like grab and go snacks. I feel like in America, if you're gonna get something like grab and go, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like a Subway sandwich or like, I don't know, like a burger from McDonald's, like something like not as healthy. Not to mention, it's so affordable here. Like a roll of sushi like that.
You go to Macca. Yeah, I just did a video. I'm learning. Macca is McDonald's. I know what's going on.
At one of those like grab and go places,
which is bad.
Cost you like $250 American dollars USD. Another great thing about the sushi here is there's this style of sushi restaurant that I know it's common in other parts of the world, but I've just never seen it in America, and we could totally adopt it. But that's like the like train track, I call it, style sushi. Pretty much you just sit down and the sushi goes around on a little track and you pick up whatever you want, eat it, and then yeah, pay at the end by like the plates. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I see like multiple of these in every single city in Australia that I've been to. It's just kind of like a cool, fun concept. And
it is fun,
though. I don't
think
I've even seen a restaurant like that in America. As I'm editing this video, I just thought of another like weird or unique sushi thing here, and that is they have a lot of chicken sushi. Real sushi lovers might say that that's not actually sushi, but I don't know. Here at sushi shops, I'd say about like almost
chicken.
half the sushis that they offer, okay, maybe not half, like a third of the sushis that they offer are like fried chicken or grilled chicken. This just makes sushi even more appealing to some people. Some people don't like fish, or some people just really like chicken, and they can still get sushi, I guess if you can call it that, without just having like fish or crab or I don't know, raw meat. All right, the 9th thing America could learn from Australia is how to run a DMV. So I don't really know what to call this, but like, you know, like the place where you go to get your license, to get like your car registered, like the government office like entity that you go to get all your car stuff worked out. In America, we call it the DMV, the Department for Motor Vehicles or something like that. Anyways, and then I know in Victoria they call it like Vic Roads, and then I know in Queensland they call it something else, so it's different in every state here. But the place where you go to get like stuff for your car, get it registered and all that stuff, oh my god, it is so amazing in Australia. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. Like they're tech savvy, you can make appointments online, they're quick, you get a little letter or number, you go into a queue. There was someone that greeted me when I walked in, like they were just so like, it was a great pleasant experience, and I was only there for like less than an hour. If you go to America, any American will know what I'm talking about, but oh my god, going to...
Dude, I went to DMV on a Monday thinking Everybody's back to work. Everybody's at school. No way people are going to be here. I showed up at 10 and 10 in the morning, and I left at 3 p.m. on a Monday, thinking everybody's at work. I guess all of those people thought the same thing, and we just met there. 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., bro.
The DMV in America is like going like it's like a trip to hell. You're gonna go there early in the morning, you're gonna wait in line for an hour, then you're gonna get a ticket, you're gonna sit in a chair, you're gonna be in another line for a couple hours. The people who work there are typically unfriendly and cold. They just totally suck in America. And here in Australia,
that's true,
I experienced them in Victoria, and I had a friend that experienced them here in Queensland, and she was American. And anyways, both of us thought it was like super amazing here, so I'm just gonna assume that in all of Australia, the DMV is probably much better than it is in America. Alright, the 10th thing America could learn from Australia is how to eliminate the frickin' penny. Alright, the lowest cent coin is a 5 cents. We still have the penny. I don't know why. Not much to add to that. We just need to take after you and eliminate our penny. Number 11, and this is probably the most important one on this entire list, and that is we need to learn how to breathalyze like you do in Australia. When I was in Victoria, y'all had these big old giant buses that are all over the roads at all times of the day, just randomly going, and they breathalyze, they like shut a road down and they breathalyze every single car that goes by. It could be at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 10 a.m., like 4 in the morning. You've no idea when they're gonna be there. They're just there and they breathalyze everyone, and yeah, it's a great way to catch people who are on drugs or drinking and driving. The 12th thing I think America could learn from Australia.
Yeah, we do that in America. Somebody's gonna find a way to sue. This is the land of the free. I wasn't doing anything. Are you profiling me? Bro, it's going to start lawsuits. Why you testing me, huh? But he did say everybody, but in America, some way, somehow, someone will find a way to sue somebody. It just doesn't work. It's profiling. It's just all kind of caca. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Australia is your slang, and I'm not saying we should like take your slang and adopt it to America. No, like y'all.
They do have
is, like, great.
bricky for breakfast.
Australian culture. It's just who you are, you know.
They do got cool slangs.
And in America, our slang's kind of shit. Like I don't know. We don't have good slang. We don't have much
hey,
slang
bro.
Anyways, America, we need to up our slang game because here in Australia they have so.
Hey, first of all, we do have slang. You just don't have any good ones, and you don't have good friends like me that know a lot of slang. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. We got cool slang, but I love the Australian slang though a little bit better because it just sounds so funny. You know, brekkie for breakfast, like that sounds fun to say. And Mecca for McDonald's, I just sounds so fun.
So much slang. And if you want to learn some Australian slang, there are 100 Aussie words and phrases, and you can check those out right down there. And also, if you want to know some things that Australia could learn from America, check out that video right up there. Thank you all so much.
All right, man. That's actually that was a fun video to watch, man. And the toilet thing, I think that's something that we should think about. The park, I don't think it's gonna happen here in America, man. We don't want to encourage kids to go outside at all. We want them inside, using up the electricity, internet, and give parents a headache when they should be outside exercising and interacting with others. But like in my city, like I said, the basketball court, it's just no net. I've seen grass grown in the middle of the basketball court. Like, they don't really care about parks in America at all. The park that he showed, if I have a kid, I'm looking forward to going to park. Because so when you don't put those things in a park, you know what that does? Homeless people take over. They're like, well, there's nobody going to come here because there's no net. They don't take care of it. So homeless people just take over the park. And then they just leave it that way. They don't care. And then that's it, man. Hey, shout out to Christian. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description. Check him out. Give him some love. That was a good video, man. I like that a lot. But the toilet, I think that's something we should definitely adopt, or because it saves money on that water, man. Every 3 months, it's a little much. But anyways, man, love you guys. Keep your head up. Till next time. Peace.